Hello everyone, welcome to Stilt Video Series.
Truth about Desi consulting companies. Now that you are in the US, have you ever thought of working at a consultancy or at least getting a job from a consultancy? You should consider contacting them and then getting a job through them. If you have, I'm guessing you know what we are talking about when it comes to consulting companies. If you know little to nothing, then read this article carefully so you know what you are getting into if you decide to do consultancy work. The major warning we want to flag is that contracting a Desi consultancy in order to get an H-1B visa to stay in the United States can be dangerous. Many people have crazy stories about consultancy jobs, and if you have not heard one, here is one from an anonymous source about his experience. I have been studying in the United States for the last 3 semesters, and since the last semester, more and more Desi consulting companies are recruiting people near campus for jobs in computer sciences. The problem is that wherever you go in the United States nowadays, there is Desi consultants, and unfortunately they own most of the computer science job industry. This makes it very difficult for people to find a job in this industry if it is not with a Desi consulting company. For example, last month I was recruited by a US company. But once I was going through the process, they backed out and told me that I could not be involved anymore. This was very strange to me, so I started researching what had happened. Finally, I found out that the job offer came from an IT company from India who outsourced their work to an American company. Once I declined the offer, I got strange calls every day from different consultancies. Apart from just calling, they also abused me and asked me why I would not join and why I had wasted their time. After this happened to me, I was really shocked and stunned. So I started to research more about these Desi companies and found out, and I was not the only person who this had happened to. There are hundreds of thousands of people who go through this all over the US. What is a proxy interview? A proxy interview is basically an interview where another person presents themselves as you at the interview. This means people having no experience in computer industries change their CV to match yours and finally get a position as a Java lead because they faked who they were. I know for most of you it is probably the first time hearing about it, but it happens daily and it's starting to happen more and more. Types of consultancies. You can find 4 different types of consultancies out there. We call them type A, B, C, and D. A and B, small IT companies offering staffing solutions. C and D, big IT companies which go so far that they would offer you things such as housing for free in New York and California. They also do the proxy interview for you. The huge problem with these IT companies is that the salary they pay is very low, usually only 30% of a normal salary. A lot of people take these jobs because otherwise you might not get a job, and a low salary is better than no salary at all. For the people who decide to not go with a consultancy, it has become really hard to find any job in the industry since they lead the market. The issues with these companies are huge in some states. For example, in Illinois, they go so far that you work part-time and only have to attend 22 classes in 2 years in order to get a master's. Also, they allow you to apply for a CPT on the day you start university, which just doesn't seem right. We are going into 2018, and this is happening in the United States now. People are coming here because they think they got better chances to find a good job and a good education than in their home country. But that's not the case anymore. What's more is that these consultancies will be making huge margins taking advantage of people who are finding jobs through them. They take off anywhere from 20 to 50% of the salary of the job you are trying to land and do not care about how unethical that might be. It is an industry that keeps on growing because the demand for computer science employees continues to grow. These consultancies have taken advantage of the system and are destroying the pursuit to financial freedom for many foreigners in the United States. Things have changed in the country, and as far as the US CIS and the DHS don't know, this business will keep growing. Where are their ethics? Unfortunately, A lot of students choose to apply for a job through a consultancy simply because they think if they don't, that they won't get a job at all because of the intense competition in the field. However, we are here to tell you that there are other possibilities that are more ethical to finding a job, and that going through a consultancy does not have to be one of them. If you decide to go with a consultancy, you will be taking part in their bad ethical system, and you will be promoting the continuous growth of an industry that is stripping away valuable jobs from people. Everybody has the skill to search for a job. Some might just need to develop it. Please be aware of those Desi consulting companies, and if you do decide to go with them, make sure you think about it twice. Things might turn out badly, and you will have to leave your ethics behind. If you don't want to damage your code of ethics, there are other ways to find a job that you can learn about on this website or through other valuable sources. Stilt provides loans to international students and working professionals in the US, F1, OPT, H1B, O1, L1, TN visa holders at rates lower than any other lender. Stilt is committed to helping immigrants build a better financial future.
We hope this video has been helpful to you. At Stilt, we provide financial services for immigrants and the underserved. Subscribe to our channel and visit stilt.com for more details.